Welcome back to the channel, good friends. Brian from Apex Auction Car Reconditioning. We're back at Copart, and as usual, I'd like to thank the staff for letting me roam through and take a look at the vehicles. Much appreciated. I just love being in here. It's so fun. I'm like a kid in a candy store, as I mention often. So let's set off and find some stuff to bring to the channel. So this first one here, I had to just stop in because of, nostalgia, memory. I had a Dodge Neon back in the day. It was the first version. This looks like a newer one compared to the one I had. Let me check. Yeah, this is an 04, and it's been here forever. Lost type rear end, so it was hitting the rear. We have paint peeling off. Yeah, I had one of these. There's nothing to them, guys. They're just a cheap car, throwaway car. When stuff like this happens, you just throw them away. Send them in to get recycled at a salvage yard. Yeah, they have parts in the back, but yep, everything was just hard plastics. Dash, everything creaked when you went over a bump. Just very simple, simplistic. A little 4-popper. And a mode of transportation to get from A to B. But boy, that brings back memories. I must have put at least 125,000 miles on mine. All right, let's find some stuff to bring to the channel. What about something that is comfortable for my aching back and bones and joints? Cadillac, this is the XTS. So this is the 3.6 liter. Couple dings here and there. The wheels are curved. Paint is dull. Headlights need to be restored. All stuff that you can quickly find walking around. This would be a great video for paint correction. We have sap eating into the paint. Really curbed on this side. So this has been off the road since, well, there's no inspection sticker, so that's not good. Let's take a look inside, because the comfort is what I'm looking for. Wear and tear on these are pretty bad. The bolsters, the seats need to be clean, but they can be saved and repaired. I can repair that. That's no big deal. Well, other than that, the interior isn't bad. It's probably got 150,000 miles on it, but let's see if it's got power. Yep. All right, we're going to shut that right back off again. I think we looked at this one before. Somebody stole the exhaust from the cat back. And I believe this went through and it didn't meet the reserve. So I'll have to keep an eye on it, see what an exhaust system would cost on this, but I do believe we looked at this already. Let's move on. So I guess this is a comfort vehicle theme today, because I had to stop and see the 2021 C43, but it's the AMG, so it's going to be loaded and it's going to be powerful. It's going to have the V8. The only thing I see so far is a bumper. I have no problem with that. Yeah, that's it. Diffuser on the back with the canards, kind of really cool look to it. Yeah, it looks like they went over something, backed away. Bumper got caught up, ripped it off. Bumper has been resprayed before. You can see the paint right there, so driver wasn't very cautious, but that's it for the exterior. Let's take a look on the inside. Wow, look at that. You got the micro suede over leather, red seat belts, and stitching. No room in the back there. Wow, this has juice. All digital. This is beautiful in here. Let's try and start it. Okay, something's going on here. It's up in park. Key is not detected, so I gotta place this up. If I can get this close enough, I'll place it up there. There we go, and there we go. Yeah, it's not happy. It's not happy at all. This thing definitely went off the road. But I'm letting everything come online. This thing is absolutely loaded. It sounds wonderful, guys. Let me get out and let you hear the exhaust. Let's get some AC on in here. Ah, that feels good. Yes. All right, let's see. Does it go in gear? Yes. Oh. Nope. Gotta close the door. Yeah, see, this thing went off the road. I'm going to shut it down. You never know if it opened anything up underneath, but undercarriage damage. I'd have to get it up on the lift to see it before I would bid on it, but this is sweet. Quick tip, stuff to look for: overspray. Overspray, overspray. So again, this thing has been sloppily repainted. Are there kinks in the radiator support? I don't know, but it's definitely had a hard life. So this thing would have to go really cheap in order for me to bid on it. But I will keep an eye on it, see what happens. So walking up into the commercial area, the truck section, I regularly come over here to look and see if they have any flatbed tow trucks. And I want to explain what I mean by the flatbed tow truck. So it would be something like this, but on the back would be a flatbed like that comes out and then drops down, so you could pull the car up onto it, and then the bed comes back down and sits. Now this is a huge, I'm not sure what series this is. This is the 4200. I would be looking for the 3700 series. I'm not sure if they have one here that looks like that. I did find a couple locally. I was hoping Copart would have one eventually. But when I find one, I will definitely bring it to the channel. It makes hauling cars so much easier. If you're into Jeeps, well, a lot of money and time has been put into that one. I'm not into them. I'm going to move on. Up around the corner, we have something a little bit more comfortable, as I wanted this to be a comfort theme, like a Lincoln SUV or even the Limited Expedition, but these are all hit hard. Here's another one that would be comfortable. This one here hit the ass end of a cow, and it looked like the cow or the steer or the bull won that battle. That's a lot of damage in there. But these things are sweet. This is the TX 350. This doesn't, it's power doors and it doesn't have the power, but these things are sweet and comfortable. Now let's keep looking. I guess if you want to call this comfort, it would be comfort, but a little, I don't know, I never liked these. I never liked these roofs, how they covered these. Often a lot of rust can start there. This is something definitely local because we have a Mr. Car Wash in my area, so we're talking about swirls galore on the paint. 2014 Cadillac XTS, unknown for the lost type, so take a quick walk around. Oh, well, right there it is. So that took a side swipe. It wouldn't be a big deal unless it caught the wheel there. Then it would have some suspension damage, but I often wanted to see the interior on these if we can get in. Oh yeah. Yep, smoker's car. And it smells like ash and ass. So for a smoker's car, whether it's cigarettes, cigars, or recreational smoke, and you know what I mean, those packages are a full day's work. You want to strip everything out of here. You want to open up all the compartments. You want to pull the seat belts all the way out. I do have videos on interiors, damage from smoke, and pull the seat belts all the way out. You want to get the trunk. You want to get the AC duct, the air conditioning ducts in here as well. And you just need to get the enzymes removed from every square inch of this. And we have packages like that. They're very, very expensive, but they do come with a warranty. And then you want to follow up with a full night of the ionizer sitting in here and doing its work, killing the rest of the enzymes that are encapsulating them that I could not get. This does have power. Let's see if it runs. This does have power, so let's start it up. It starts right up. It's nice and quiet. So the undercarriage doesn't seem to be hurt too bad. The exhaust isn't separated. The only thing I see is tire pressure indicator. It does need an oil change. Has 132,500 on it. Boy, that air gets nice and cool. That feels good on a hot, humid day like this. What about reverse? Sure. Drive? Yep. Except for the ash flying up into my eyes. So I'm going to shut this off because the AC is blowing it right in my face. But there's definitely a brake pedal, so if there's any damage underneath, it would probably just be a control arm or something like that. Well, keep an eye on it. If it goes cheap enough, that kind of work doesn't scare me. And finally, since I have one currently, and don't know how long, I wanted to stop and see what was wrong with this one. It's been obviously setting forever. I'm going to guess mechanically or electronic because the body can normally outlast. Boy, not bad at all. I don't see anything with the body. So, loss type is unknown. It's an 08. That's the same year as mine. And inspection is good. Huh. We have to take a look inside now. These seats, by the way, same seats as mine. Very tough. They can put up with a lot of wear and tear and abuse. But that one didn't. So that's quite surprising. Mine has 147,000 on it. Let's see if we can get some juice on here to see what this has on it. Ah, damn it. Battery's dead. But aftermarket system, mine still has the stock system. Things are falling apart here. That's typical. All these H3s, all hard GM plastics. Now, luckily the dash isn't cracked, and it's a hell of a lot worse than mine, but it's still not as bad as some of these that I've seen. Next thing you want to look at is the undercarriage, and it's just very light scaling. So if those are flopping around, then you know there's a lot of rust going on down there. Definitely needs tires, so there's an alignment issue, but well, I'm not in a hurry for one of these again, so I'll keep an eye on it, however. All right, guys, I think that's going to be it for this video. We're going to wind it down, call it a day. I'll come back and keep looking for cars to bring to the channel, and if I win the bids on any of these, as I keep an eye on them, as they get brought up for auction, you're going to be the first to see it if I bring one. You can't drive them out of here legally. I know some do. It's a liability issue. You have to get them towed out. I completely understand it. A little bit of a price increase that you have to keep in mind. There's going to be a charge for that, so keep that in mind as well. Brian from Apex Auction Car Reconditioning. Catch you in the next video.